When Louder Now came out, I went to the Virgin Record store in Manhattan, which is no longer there, which is a bummer, but I went there and bought it at 12:01. And I was just so proud of that. I'm like, oh.
For like $18.
Yeah, it was
Worth every penny.
It was pretty expensive, but the price didn't matter to me at that point. That was a crazy time. Like, we got to work with Eric Valentine, which was just kind of like a real dream of ours. You know, we felt like we'd really made it at that point because he's just one of the best rock producers there is. Or well, not just rock. Yeah.
Yeah, producers, and his drum sounds. I was so happy that we chose him because of the way he makes his drums sound are the best out of any producer, in my opinion.
I remember meeting with different producers and just being like, oh, okay, that guy could be cool. But right when we met with Eric, like, we all immediately knew. It's like, yes, we're going with that guy.
I was so happy about that.
Yeah.
That was not an argument.
Yeah.
We sat right behind Lil Wayne.
At the VMAs?
At the VMAs.
And Lou Reed. It was Lou Reed, and Lil Wayne, together. Us, all in like this one little section.
Like Rev Run was right in that too, but I was really pumped because Lil Wayne at the time put out The Block Top. And that's a really good album. And I took a picture with him. And at the time I had a Kodak.
Like the little disposable camera?
And I have the picture.
I went out to get some air at one point, and Justin Timberlake was hosting, and he also came out to have a smoke. And so I had a cigarette with Justin Timberlake.
What did you guys talk about?
We didn't say anything to each other. He was just there at the same time I was.
Shocked he's a smoker. I thought he'd
right?
better than that.
Yeah, well, he just needed something to take the edge off. It was a big night.
I get it.
There's,
we all have our vices.
Yeah. We were sitting around and we were watching Degrassi, The Next Generation, because when we were kids, we used to watch the Degrassi show. So we were watching The Next Generation, and Kevin Smith was a guest on one episode. And Angel looks at me and goes, man, I bet if Kevin Smith could be a guest, you could probably be a guest on there. And then I was like, yeah, we should try that. And then so we reached out to him, and they wrote us into an episode of Degrassi, The Next Generation. And so we went up to Toronto, filmed that episode. Everybody was so sweet. And Amanda, she played Spike. And she was in The Next Generation too, and ended up being friends with her. She's super nice. And that was just a wild thing to think, like, I watched this show growing up, and here we get to be in an episode.
I would have thought the same thing with Mr. Belvedere.
Yeah, but it had to be Mr. Belvedere, The Next Generation.
Yeah, maybe
I hear they're working on that.
Do you remember what that episode was about? Do you remember the plot?
Yeah, the local guy had a cocaine problem.
Yeah.
And he was playing a show with us, like opening up for Taking Back Sunday, and his nose started bleeding on stage. Yeah, big.
I started cheering. Oh, yeah. No one thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Nobody.
They're like, this is a serious issue, Mark.
Not a joke. That was fun. That was a fun day.
Yeah, it was.
And then they came to our show. All those awesome people.
Yeah, it was fun.
Drake was there.
Yeah, Drake.
Yeah.
This was before Drake was, well, like the Drake we know him as now. He was a character on that show. And now, all these years later, you know, he's, well, Drake.
A couple of them were pretty big stars.
Yeah. We knew him before all that. We went to the VMAs, which was crazy. And then we...
News and Airways tour.
Yeah, that tour was the biggest thing we had ever done at that time. Yeah, like I remember my dad's youngest sister, Aunt Bibi, came to the Atlanta show because they live in Alabama, and she was just so impressed, and I felt like, yeah, we're doing it. We're really doing it.
Sure, it's